we are. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this, the final game of Sunday. Is it Sunday?
It's Sunday.
It's Sunday. Sunday. And we have men's elite game, France versus USA. And I think technically on this one, I'm joining Daryl Brambalala for this game.
And we're just getting started here. Team USA right off the top here against Team France. France trying to get the drive down into USA's zone here. USA quickly taking that to the outside wall. France now trying to make a challenge. USA holding them up. And there's a call on the play. Looks like it's an obstruction call. USA will get the first advantage of the game. All right, so USA getting ready to start with the puck. Here we go out of their zone. And there's the advantage. There we go. All right, USA trying to cut across the middle of the pool. France intercepts that. Good job by USA. That's a big push here by USA now coming through. France peels that off to the outside and a call on the play.
Yeah, lovely move. Just reading that switch there as they try and break across the middle of the pool. Really neutralizing and creating an attack of their own. Putting the French into some sort of panic and picking up the advantage puck here. Great early possession by the Americans here.
Yeah, I believe that was number 10, Nate Russ, breaking up the middle there. We have number 13, Mark Mullersman, out on the left side here. The flick goes through. And France tries to shut that down as U.S. tries to go up the middle of the pool. And now here they go on a break. There's a big flick through. France trying to stop it. U.S. tries to punch it in but can't quite do it. Good job by USA there on that push hard towards the goal. France just trying to hold on now as U.S. still hard on the France defense.
Mark Mullersman doing some great work there on that wall.
Amazing.
As now number 9 joins him, Christophe Ochin.
France now on their heels as U.S. just tries to take control deep in France zone, but there's a call on the play.
That was a really good move by the Frenchman. So that long flick, as you described, Darryl, landing on the far corner of the tin as we look at it from our pictures. And the Frenchman just saying, okay, I've got nowhere to go. Flicks at the entire length of his goal tray. And luckily, it's a Frenchman that gets there first. Ballsy move, very ballsy.
Very ballsy, going right across the front of his goal. All right, Christophe makes the throw in, gets knocked down.
Flick.
The French pop it back out. Now the French team trying to get something going on the outside wall. Good pull back. Oh, just got off the USA stick there, number 1.
Vincent Kiernan.
France now trying to drive up the middle. USA counters. And another call on the play.
We've got a question here, Darryl, as to who's sitting out. It's I think it's number 11, Mike Torchia of Los Angeles.
Yeah, Mike Torch, we call him the Torch for short. He'll be sitting out for this game.
Yeah, just a recognizable figure. Had a couple of chats with him earlier in the week because he knows one of my friends, Casey Nakamura, who's got his club in Orange County. So passing on some kit for him.
Right, for sure. Number 8, Matt Blair taking that puck for the U.S. initially. Oh, nice punch through by Max van Eckum there. Now here French. Oh, nice knockdown by Max again, right up the middle there. But France regains possession of the puck. Now they're on the drive, 3 strong.
Great job staying down there by. Is it better to say the Americans or the USA?
I'm sorry, what was
Is
that?
it better to say the Americans or the USA?
You know
Team
what?
USA.
I think they take either or, but Team US or US Americans, I think they like it all the same.
Okay. So Team USA with the advantage puck, taken slowly by the number 9, Christophe Ochin. Taken into the crowd. Still in possession here, Great Britain. Christophe Ochin again as it comes out to the right-hand side. Christophe Ochin still down.
Oh, nice move by Christophe there. And trying to get through, can't quite get it. And another call on the play right in front of the goal area there. I don't think it was enough for a penalty shot. Now, it wasn't inside the 3 meter, but there was that foul just at the top of it. And looks like that's an illegal knockdown, so we'll have another advantage puck for Team USA. All right, Christophe taking the puck again. He slowly works in, looking for the flick to the outside, but passes.
Lovely knockdown by the Frenchman there.
Yeah, no Team USA member there to pick it up, unfortunately. And France just works it out to the center court on the outside wall now.
Le Bleu struggling to get into this game. The French team just put under a lot of pressure from the very early moments, and that's a lovely flick through the middle, but we've got a stoppage in the play, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that'll be against Team USA. So we'll move them back.
Calling a stick foul there on the Americans.
U.S. is just looking to settle things down a bit here. They got a little nervous when the game started. It looks like they shook those nerves out now, and they're starting to take control of the game.
Yes, the USA surprising everyone but themselves here with their performances so far at this World Championships. I ref their first game, a game against the Netherlands, and it was a very typical first game, goals going in for both ends. But then I also refereed their game against Turkey, and they were unlucky. A breakaway swim, the second goal, but we've got France here on their own little swim.
France driving hard towards the U.S. goal. That was a good push by France, but U.S.
Solid defense, USA.
Good job, and it's going to be a foul on the play called up, though. He's looking for one of the France players, I believe.
Illegally knocking it down, so unlikely to see a penalty here.
Yeah, he was pointing at a specific player. I was worried that was going to be a penalty for France, but no, just letting them know it was that player.
So as I was saying, the US unlucky to lose against the Turkish in that 2-1 game, but I think that's going to give them a world of confidence in this game. I can see an upset coming in this game, potentially, and I really kind of hope for it.
Yeah,
but I also worryingly see one if they come up and play against GB, which they are due to in this group, as they keep breaking now, turning through the French defenders. Oh, does he split down the middle? Yes, he does. He's not en route to goal.
Number 10 tries to drop it back to his other forward. Can't quite get it over to him, but there's the push still by number 13, Mullisman, driving in, and the French, the French intercept that and come out, but there's a foul on the play.
That was perfectly executed by the USA player who made that break, split the gap between the French defenders. The two defenders coming down, he knows he's got them catching up to him, and he's not going to go, so he keeps getting every inch he can, but he stops before he gets into that corner. Really hard place to score for him, as USA now take the advantage puck.
Yeah, nice flick through to the far side, trying to punch it in off the right corner there. They're trying hard up the middle. Here comes a big push, another foul on the play. Looks like it may have been a knockdown. One of the refs is calling he was playing advantage. Oh, it's going to be an obstruction penalty, it looks like, against Team France here going out. So the U.S. going to get their first penalty. France will get their first penalty. U.S. getting their first 6-on-5 advantage here.
Yeah, first power play of the game, and
nice and easy, big flick going through from Christophe again. U.S. trying to seal it now. France just holding the corner of that goal. Goes out along the back wall. And France just going to try and buy a little bit of time here. U.S. picking on the back side there. Good pick there it was.
Ooh,
oh, that was close.
Call. Is this the end of an advantage that was delayed, or is this going to go against? Yeah, it's going against Team USA. Unlucky there. This French team, numerous times they were. This French team numerous times were put under pressure by Team GB, and they held them out for the entire game, winning that 1-0. And again, being down to, I think, the lowest of 4 players in that game, and just able to shut down defensively. So if USA are going to get power plays, they really need to try and convert them, because this French team are really hard to break down.
They are, and it's nice to see over the past number of years and worlds that I've been to that, we used to have a lot of games that were extremely lopsided, but the level of competition has started to come up so high now that these games are becoming very tight now, and it's almost anybody's game nowadays. And so it's really exciting for hockey at this point in time in our sport. All right, France driving down to the corner here. U.S. having to play a little bit of defense here, even though they are up a man, but they're going to take. Wow, that was a big flick down right out of the corner there. France trying to push hard on U.S. goal. That was close. U.S. manages to punch out, though.
Sorry, my apologies, the wrong call, but now we've got a breakaway.
And Nate Russ just slowly working things out. He's looking for a break. He's looking to drop the pass off to a teammate. There he goes to Mullersman. Mullersman tries to flick it through. He hits France in the body. No call there.
Yeah,
Number
referee
12
says it's a low chip and chase.
Lyndon Reeve pushing through now. They're going across side to side. Here's a drop pass back. Oh, just got through by Team France, though, picking that off. Now they work out to the far wall.
Unlucky there. Lyndon Reeve just not thinking about where his swim is, and he's worrying about getting all the ground. He's worrying about getting all the ground there as we take a referee timeout, and he's not looking at all for where he is in the pool, and he goes right underneath the French subs bin, and he just gets absolutely hammered by one of the incoming French players. So really unlucky there, and that was a really good move. And I think if we're going to see a goal in this game by the USA, I'm more confident that it's going to come from open play like this. The French really pushing up and attacking, knowing how important a victory could be for them. They could top this group if they're able to beat. I know they've lost to the Turkish, so they're winning this group still undecided.
Yeah.
However, this game is going to go a long way to deciding that when it comes down to tiebreakers, as we have a timeout for France, I believe. Yes, timeout signal for France.
Timeout for France. Yeah, you know, this U.S. team, they've been working hard together for a number of years. I've seen these players play together in so many different tournaments, local, national, international, and world championships. And these guys have been building to this level for a long time. This is a well-experienced and seasoned team coached by Greg Appling. And I've seen them where they've had to dig deep in the trenches along the wall, and I've seen them really open up the play. Beautiful passing up and down the middle of the pool. So they can take it either way. They'll try and study the French and see what kind of game they want to play here, and they're going to take their chances in the next half, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so we got 20 seconds left of this timeout. Time ticking down. The play's ready to resume. France advantage puck here.
Yeah, France advantage puck, and it looks like the French player getting ready to be back in the water, so it should be a full 6-on-6 here momentarily. Should be jumping in pretty much.
Yeah, Paul-Emile Norcroton is about to get back into the pool, and here we go. There's the take.
Touched, he's back in, so we're back at full strength, 6-on-6.
And USA doing a great job cutting it out here. The French one man just noticeably
nice
watching over the top.
To the outside. That's Vincent Kiernan trying to break in around the far side.
Don't go into that corner. He was trying to turn the corner so he can avoid going there.
That was a nice little pick and roll there.
We've got a buzz. We've got a stoppage. Oh,
it's too
tough
bad.
call. Yeah, Vincent Kiernan there. Yeah. As he's swimming along with the puck, the referee just indicating you're sticking out your finger to control that puck.
Yep,
and
exactly.
You're not allowed to do that, unfortunately. So. But these swims are looking dangerous, and I think, as you said, the coach for the USA, his name escapes me, but he is going to find so much optimism in the fact that these swims are going again and again and again, that this USA team might just break through. And if they keep at it, he's going to be saying, just keep doing it, keep doing what you're doing, keep pushing in, keep taking it wide, don't let them settle.
Yeah, and on that last play there, just as a call, there was a beautiful flick by the French player, really high one. Vincent Kiernan got his stick up there, just caught it on the side of the hand, it looked like, and that was the call, illegal knockdown.
Thanks, Jenny, for reminding me that it's Gregory Appling. I'll try and not let that slip my mind. I've seen him for a couple of games that I've been refereeing whilst at this tournament, and had a few chats with him.
Here comes France now, pushing hard across.
Yeah, trying to swim across his goal. He's pushed up there. It's going to be interesting to see if they've barged him up and off the pool floor there as he tries to swim underneath him, the Frenchman.
The referee is calling an advantage right now, signaling it on the surface. They're waiting for the call. We'll see what happens here. And yes, he's calling it for a stick infringement that time. So stick infringement against France, and that'll be US's puck then coming out from their 5-2, thankfully. And it looks like now US is going to call a timeout just to settle their team down a little bit, and after that hard push, give them a little bit of a breather here.
Yeah, an interesting one there by the referee, because obviously USA on the defensive, they swim it all the way across to their quarters. We have a timeout. This is Gregory Appling, who's taken his timeout to speak to his team, just noticing they've come under a little bit of pressure, and he's just going to be like, hey, relax, get back into our game. USA's playing their game, moving the puck really nicely and taking it from side to side. That's clearly, to me, looks like a game plan, and it is tearing this French team apart. The French team look very unsettled.
Yeah, the French team, they're trying to find some holes in the USA defense. It's a solid defense back there, especially with Christophe, Max, and Mark in the back line there. They are really solid. They've played together, like I said, for a number of years, and they've trained hard well together. So
here goes Mullersman, recognizable with his Rob Gronkowski-like right arm sleeve.
Oh, there's a big flick through. Max
well knocked down there.
Knocked down that good, but French pushing in hard. There's a call again. We'll see if they're going to call that against France. Yes, they do. It's a gloving call on the push through.
Bit more noticeable there As I was saying before, it's interesting that when the puck's in the 5 meters and the defensive team gets it, that some of these referees are playing a long advantage. When they play, I understand if they're swimming it around, they're doing it tactically, but when they hit the wall and they're not going anywhere, you know, if you stop the play, you're giving them 5 meters and pushing the other team back free for an advantage puck. So sometimes just the advantage, not the better call, depending on the position. But I mean, at least USA got the correct put in. Nice drive down the wall there by the French, but even better by Matt Blair just taking it off the wall.
There was a good read by the French player as Christophe was trying to get the puck settled down when he received that pass and he couldn't quite get it.
Yeah, it just wasn't a clean take.
And
Mullersman just
right off that play. Oh, and another big pick there though by US. Back and forth we go. Matt Blair trying to get in on some of that action now.
You can hear the French above us. I'm very confident it's the French, or it's going to be the Americans with the O's and the A's.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of the crowds, especially for these later games where everyone's getting behind one another, is becoming really, really good.
All right, this is going to be against USA now. It's going to be tight in their zone off that 5-meter line. Let's see what happens on the France advantage puck. They're going to be right in tight along that 2-meter line. Everybody's getting down early, waiting for the call. One France player trying to block them right in the middle here. There's the second and third one dropping in.
Has to be careful, that French player, because if he doesn't move, he has moved, which is good. But if he didn't move, that would be a blocking foul, and we've got a play here. Is this going to be an encroachment call? Nope.
It's going to be a knockdown call, legal stoppage play.
Yeah, looked to me there like he threw it towards the back of his one of his free men that are down and jostling for a position. And some people, they make it look like an accident, but it is actually just a tactic, and it's an illegal one at that. Just flicking it so they know where the puck's going to come down 3 meters ahead, and they can get a bit more of a run up and then try and hammer it in. But the referee's wise to that one, and the USA trying to break out here.
Wow, you know, so many players, they've got these incredible flicks, and sometimes that's not really an advantage in these high-level games. They get the big high flicks, but they're easier to knock down. You can see them and they're easier to knock down. So I'm surprised there's so much of these large flicks going on in this game instead of the low, hard, fast ones punching through to the players. But looks like that was, again, another foul against France this time, and U.S. going to set up for this advantage puck. About 30 seconds left to go in the first half. Still 0-0 for those of you just tuning in now.
Yeah, with that comment, the Great Britain coach Bernie Tarling, he has, like, after previous years where his players have been doing some of these flicks and it was where it doesn't have to hit the guy to be dangerous, he was like, right, you know, on these advantage pucks, I'm not giving up a position, as we have a nice swim by the USA. Time ticking down, though, into the last 10 seconds. Looks like the French are going to keep this out into the corner, but we don't know. 8, 7, 6. And we've got a stoppage, and this will see us to halftime.
Illegal knockdown, it'll be against France, but that's going to run out the clock.
And this is the thing that I saw coming. Okay, you just see the French number 13 there, Raphael Ginsborough. He's getting animated. The way that the USA are moving this puck so far, they're doing it so nicely, and it's just not letting the French get settled. They're disrupting the French play. The French are then getting drawn into the fouls, and they can't play their game. And he is getting tormented. And noticeably for the French, they're consistently going to keep doing this. They're going to keep giving away fouls the more frustrated they are. So the more annoying, not the greatest word to use, but the more annoying that the USA can be in the way they move the puck around and the way they drive the puck, the more likely that the French are going to get sent out. They'll get a player advantage, and you never know. You might get that winning goal. Just coming up on the screen now is the GoFundMe Underwater Hockey Championship page. The guys that have set up this screen system and the tracking cameras, which I broke a few days ago, they don't fix themselves, and these guys are giving up their time for what is it, about 9 days total. We've been doing this.
About 9 days it will be for sure. It's a long, hard tournament for everybody, and yeah, the GoFundMe page is there. It takes a lot of time, effort, and resources to put up a system. So if you are tuning in on the YouTube channel, enjoying the streaming and the live commentary here from our guest commentators, we appreciate you tuning in. Show some support and make a little donation there. Every penny helps to help these guys continue to bring you fantastic video and audio right here at the World Championships every year. So we really appreciate you helping out there.
Yeah, absolutely. The way that they were able to look at the original plan for what they were trying to do for this World's coverage, and then they've gone, you know what, we're going to do something. We're going to try and see if we can make a tracking cam. And they've made a tracking cam, and it is absolutely awesome. And this is possibly, in my experience, the best underwater hockey coverage we've been able to get. Because just that end-to-end fulfillment the whole way down the pool. Yes, we can't see the far side so clearly to pick out all the numbers, but you can see everything, and that's partly down to the water clarity, which this is an amazing pool, and all the players love it. The tiles are nice and fast. The depth brings a new element to it this year, but the camera system, I think for everyone viewing at home, I've heard nothing but real positive feedback, and every day they're looking to try and improve it. So now we've cleaned up the audio. It's much clearer going into the later stage of this competition. So we got 2 more days, Monday and Tuesday, of group games, and then we've got the knockouts where it's the serious, really, really hard games and the upsets begin.
Yeah, for sure. And hello, Doug Roth. You're right. It is Daryl, Canadian. However, coaching the Team USA Women's Masters. I spent a lot of time on both sides of the border and play and coach and referee a lot of these players. So we're all good friends here in North America. And again, we see each other at many of these tournaments, and we support each other through all of these tournaments. So.
Yeah, and
all right,
some of you may not know that me and Daryl have actually met before. So this is, I met him at the Canadian Nationals last year for the first time, and it's a year ago. But we had
U.S. Nationals.
Yeah, I didn't come to that. I had a memory come on my Facebook. Oh, it might have been just a friendship. I think it's a year of being friends, and I had that picture of when you were back for it was my 26th birthday in Seattle, and we had that picture in the bar where.
That's right.
Shuffleboard and snooker club, as Paul Byrne would say.
All right, we just see Casey Nakamura turned in. Hello, Casey, and we're back underway here with Team USA, trying to drive the French out now as we've switched ends. All right, we've had a small problem there with the camera for a moment. Apologize, guys.
Yeah, getting confused myself there, remembering that the teams have changed. And yeah, hey Casey, how you doing, pal? Torch has got your kit, so you'll be getting the lovely Pandemonium kit sometime next year. Well, sometime in the next few weeks when he returns home.
All right, here comes France now trying to push in on the U.S. goal. They make the flick out to the middle. U.S. shuts that down right away. France trying to make a big push in now. It's right near the goal. That may have been a goal. We're going to wait and see here. It looks like it was clear. And yes, it was. So France takes an early go-ahead goal in the second half.
Oh, that is what we call good adjustments there. That's the so the American coach here is probably, he's probably, as I say, keep doing what you're doing. Press them, torment them, keep reading the game, make those interceptions. But
we actually also missed it on the last play there, but Lyndon Reeve is out, so it was 6-on-5 when France scored there.
Yeah, missing that one. But I think because it was far right underneath us, it was a bit more noticeable. But the French characteristically, one player's trying to stay calm and guys trying to take their breaths, and the coach just going, no, you need to do much better.
Right.
But the US stepping it up here once again, trying to switch the play as we now have another foul.
Yeah, and I'm sure, with this U.S. team, as I mentioned, they are very experienced and no stranger to being down a goal or more than one goal. They're going to get settled down here once Lyndon gets back in the water, and we're going to see a second half effort you've probably never seen before. So let's watch what starts to happen here as number 9, Kristoff, takes the puck.
Even when they went down by 2, they never gave up in that Turkish game, and especially after having a great possession in front of the goal. A long breakaway is how they conceded in that game, and they just need to keep doing exactly what they were doing in the first half. And this is looking good by the guys rolling down this right side wall. Yeah,
that was a beautiful play with a little bit of stick handling there and a nice move by Vincent Kiernan. That's Andrew Creedon now trying to push in. He makes the flick through.
Looks like this will be an advantage USA as the referee on the top, number 8 there. That's Anton Williams from New Zealand. He was playing advantage to the French there.
Yes. Unfortunately, that was a great push through, but the U.S. once again is denied and gets pushed back. So.
Yeah, just showing the advantage symbol whilst the USA, it was number 1, Vincent Kiernan, who was still in possession going forward, and seeing the advantage symbol. So that's where my confusion came from, is the French now. Oh, they're switching it around. This is going to be a backline switch.
Yeah, they're going to do a big swing play off the backside here. That was a little fake and then push down, but USA reading that really well, cutting them off.
That was a great press by the USA. Backline switches are meant to come out, make them turn the corner and get out of their own end. And Bruno, the Argentine referee, numero uno there, he's given the foul as an illegal use of the free arm, and this is going to be a beautiful positioned puck for the advantage puck for Team USA.
Here we go, right from the 5 and 2. Let's see if they can get the equalizer.
Nice
here.
dummy.
Little dummy. Pushing through. France stacking the players down in the backfield here. U.S. trying to get through there, but they get it worked to the outside wall. Now U.S. coming in from the corner. Here they come down the back wall. They're pushing hard. Right on the corner of the goal. France stacking their players along the goal line.
You never know what's happening in those melees. Could be fouled by the attacking team, fouled by the defensive team. It just spits out, and it spit out in the way of France. But now we must have had an advantage being played here as France try and clear their lines. It looks like the USA are going to, yes, it's another advantage puck, and he's looking for number 4.
It's going to be a penalty against France there. Obstruction call. He's going to the box, and U.S. going to get a great opportunity here now. Not only 6 on 5, but right on the France goal line. So we'll see what happens right here.
Yeah, Rudolph there, the South African, just saying, no, you deliberate intention there, and you're out.
There's the flick in. We'll see if U.S. can seal it here as France get all their numbers down.
We've got a signal being given out the back by Anton Williams, the New Zealand referee. Let's see where the Chiefs pointing Daniel Close.
Okay, so we'll see what happens. There's 2 refs making a call here. I think one might have been looking for a high shot, possibly considered a dangerous shot.
Yeah, the first hand that I saw out the back was Anton Williams, and he's got the best view of that flick as it goes in. So, yeah, Rudolph here indicating it's going to be an obstruction call.
Okay, an obstruction call it is, and 2 minutes for USA.
No, I think he's looking for black number 2. But that can't be possible because he doesn't have any black number 2.
So it'd probably be number 12 if that's the case. That'll be Lyndon Reeve again.
I tell you what though, I tried to make this same this issue the other day. I was looking to send out black number 2 for the USA, and it turned out that number 6, Maxime Van Richem, he had written, or somebody had written his number 6 on backwards.
All right,
so it looked like a 2.
It is number 12, Lyndon Reeve again, going down there. So we're going to have to wait a little while longer for this USA second half push here, as France now drives it down. Oh, and the U.S. tries to get the flick out and across, but they can't do it as France is making a big run towards the goal. They curl and try to get the drop pass, but U.S. does a great job picking that off.
Yeah, very well disciplined pressing defense there, just saying, no, I'm going all the way with you. I'm not going to foul you. I'm pushing you across the way of the goal, but only doing so by my presence. And I think that's one of the best things that the USA have been doing brilliantly.
Yeah. Oh, here comes a nice steal by France. U.S. trying to hold that puck down. He may have to turn the legs to get around the backside. He can't do it. France pushing
inside
in right on the corner of the goal.
Made it. Oh, what's the call here?
It was on the corner of the goal. And they're calling for a referee's timeout. They want to reconfirm this here. That did look like there was some obstruction going on right near the goal as they were trying to push through.
Yeah, I was looking there. I saw the USA guys as they try and use their right arm and they try and twist and move the puck. A lot of the time, it's just a counteractive move for balance and stability, just the left arm going up. And I was wondering, does Rudolph here think that he lifted him off the bottom of the pool as he tried to turn out? And I think that would be a harsh call. As I say, I've reffed a few of these USA games, and you can see the difference between when it's a swim stroke and when you're doing a move up, and it's how you get that advantage. I don't think that guy's on the bottom.
Yeah, we had somebody asking about how long Lyndon was in the box for. They put a penalty up here for number 4, Ben Phipps. It's actually Lyndon Reeve. It was a 2-minute penalty, and he's out. And yes, as I mentioned, it was an obstruction call on that drive by the French, and so they're looking to send a player out now. So that's going to balance things up.
Did I hear they say number 4? They were looking for Ben
they're
Phipps.
sending. Okay, they're also sending out. Looks like Mark Mullersman is going out, I believe. It is Mark Mullersman for the U.S. So a little bit of heated play there from both France and USA.
Oh,
and now it's. Now we got 4 on 4 here at the moment. 2 players from each team in the box.
And
it looks like another.
No, I think they're just the chief referee. They're just making sure he takes control.
Okay.
And finds out exactly how long is this guy in the bin for.
Right. So now we've got some 4-on-4 hockey. This could be really exciting now because there's a lot of open space when this happens.
Oh, looks like a bit of a block there. He can't get off the goal tray.
Oh, nice.
And out come the USA. Turn the corner, break out.
Oh, and another call. Penalty shot. knockdown penalty shot is what they're calling here.
Yeah, shame we didn't see what we see. Looks like a clear block as the player tries to go.
And if I'm not mistaken, Max van Rechem, he'll be taking defending the penalty shot. I have played both with Max on certain teams and against him, and I have never seen a guy defend more penalty shots than anyone else in hockey, where he has successfully defended them at almost every tournament. It's going to be interesting if he can do this again. An amazing push by the French. Max right on the goal line. One's
no
calling
goal. It's no goal.
It was a glove. So Max retains his legendary status on defending goals against and at a Worlds level.
Yeah, that's incredible.
It is no goal. When you put him in
I mean,
there,
I wasn't going to say anything, but I was thinking Daryl has put he's put this guy on a pedestal, and it's either he's going to deliver, or he's going to get the commentator's curse, and he's going to concede this one. I was going to say one of the guys. So I've only seen him say free, but on all three other occasions when I've refereed and I've awarded a penalty, Richard, who plays for the Canadian Leafs team, he's another one. He's another one.
Yes, for sure. And these guys play together a lot, at different tournaments and that, or they have over the years. So, and another foul being called on the play here. It's going to be against U.S., an obstruction call. And one of the France players getting ready to get back in the water. So it's going to be 5-on-4 once the puck is touched here and we get started again. A couple of big penalties.
Coach Gregory just shouting across the table, how long's each player got left? I want to be able to manage my guys in the water every time the play stops.
We should have Lyndon Reeve getting back in the water here any second now as well.
Yeah, he's on the side.
He's on the side getting ready to go.
So when the puck's touched this time, he's getting back in, and this is the thing that Gregory wants to see.
Yeah.
Gregory wants to see, and as the French lose another player.
All right, so number 12, Lyndon Reeve getting ready to come back in.
You can just see.
And another France player just took a penalty, so it's going to be now 5-on-4 for the U.S.
Yeah, not straight away. He's got to wait till the puck's touched.
Yep.
But then he's coming in. But you could just see Gregory, and this is one of the things that really impresses me about him as a coach.
Smart.
The fact that every single time the play stops, he's thinking, what players do I want in the water? If there's a guy on the side, you're coming straight back in. You know what? I want that guy out. Yes. So that you can just get in and play, because you've been breathing for ages.
Exactly. Smart play there by the U.S. initially. They knew Lyndon
That's
was
it. Put the pressure on. Go to the outside. Turn back inside. You got a guy behind you.
Here we
go.
Look
to the inside. Beautiful flick. Oh, is that knocked down? That looks like it came off his glove to me.
Yeah, and they just
it looks like the referee's signaling on the surface.
Yep, it's going to be a knockdown, I believe, or a glove. We'll see what the call is.
Yeah, Rudolph there.
He caught that one against France. So U.S. getting an advantage, and now both the players from France and U.S. getting ready to come back in
just
as well.
As we have a timeout. This is becoming a really exciting game, and Gregory is now, it's his timeout, it's the Americans' timeout, and I think this is another perfectly timed one. He timed it perfectly in the first half, just as they started to lose their nerve, and he's going to read the situation beautifully. You can see that Mark Mullersman's just about to drop in on the play. He's going to be a fair bit away, but he can say, right, Mullersman's in, he's the covering defender. All five of you guys, you need to hit it hard, you need to get this home, level the scores.
Yeah.
There is another French player coming in, but for the time being, it's still 5-on-4. When he's in, it'll be 6-on-5.
Yeah.
And this pressure, you can still see another French guy going out. You might see a penalty get awarded in the way that the USA are pushing against this. This is becoming a really, really exciting match.
It is for sure, and that was a smart play by the U.S. on the last one. As Lyndon got in the water, they purposely went to the side wall where the ref was. Lyndon came in, he was right in that play and got on that puck right away. So here we go again.
Nice little chip and chase.
Through,
unlucky to
knock that down. Max gonna knock this one down.
Don't let him get out of it. As you can see, Mullersman just coming from the top of your picture.
Yeah, he just drove right in there. Max trying to make that stop, but the French drive right down the wall here. U.S. trying to counter and turn the corner and get it back through. Having a hard time doing that.
Yeah, don't stop there, guys. That's not your buzzer.
All right, Mullersman's still down after that long drive here. Christoph looking up for some relief. Here comes three more U.S. players.
It's going to be interesting to see what this is, because to me, he's not allowing any access to the puck there. So it wouldn't surprise me if the French are going to get penalised here, but I think it's gone against Mullersman. I think maybe leaving his stick in there on another guy's stick. So not going out, but I'm very surprised because the way that the Frenchman was in the corner, raising his chest up, putting his body between the puck and other players.
Yeah.
You could see the oncoming American behind him not being able to get there. We've discussed that as referees, and maybe that should have been a different way.
For sure. Oh, that was a nice little dummy there. They tried to get it through.
Yeah, it
Didn't
was.
fool Matt Blair, number 8 there.
The strength there by Matt Blair, as the puck's underneath him, he's the weaker guy. Being able to bring it out there is a great move.
Yeah, that was a really nice move, and there's another foul on the play called.
Yeah, Daniel Close there, just
U.S.
Daniel Close just signaling. It's the Argentine referee Bruno who made the first call from an advantage play. So just as we're about to see the French player who was sent out, he's about to drop back in on the play. But a 5-on-6 advantage puck for the French. It's touch now, taken slowly towards
And the French back at full strength now as the player comes in the water. You see him coming in from your upper right screen. The France right on the goal. Looks like they may have put that in there. No goal is being signaled, though, by one of the referees on the line. It was a glove.
Yeah,
yes, it was a glove, so no goal.
Rudolph there again. It's been quite reputable by this French team not being able to score on these occasions when they move down. And, I mean, Great Britain, similarly, they've had some goals disallowed. They've missed penalties.
All right, here we go. Matt Blair taking the puck, coming from the deep in the U.S. territory, trying to work it out to the outside. There's a flick. Tries to get it over to Max. Max gets it up the side wall. Now the U.S. pushing on the wall. They realize they're going to have to get some work going on here. That was a knockdown, it looked like, by the French, possibly with a glove there. Referee is signaling advantage on the surface for sure. We'll see what the call is going to be
France
here.
If it's an advantage.
Yeah, and there's the call finally by the referee. We'll see what he pulls up. He's saying it was an illegal knockdown, as I mentioned there. So,
Anton again, just a bit of a delay. It seems like every time Anton gives a call, it's the opposition team in possession. So
yeah, and he's playing that advantage and just waiting to see what happens. It's a good sign of a high-level 3 referee here at Worlds, where they don't make the immediate call as soon as they see the foul. They play the advantage because sometimes things can change so quickly. And you
nice
give
turn,
that
nice flick. Keep going. Unfortunately, 2 bats down to stop Ben Pips there.
Oh, great push again by the French trying to come back, but the signal on the. Oh, and we're looking for another
he said
white.
White.
Player,
I think he said White. White number 6.
He did. White number 6 is going out for France.
Edouard Courtelet. Edouard
Corlett. All right, he's headed out to the bench. He's not going to be happy about that. Another penalty against France.
3 minutes and the 2-minute stop clock still to go.
All right,
USA need to push.
We'll see if they can make the second half comeback here. Such a tight game. It's been amazing plays both ways. It looks like Edward went out only for 1 minute, so that's a short penalty. U.S. getting a breakout now. We'll see if they can go all the way.
Need some support
here.
Look
at how tight he's holding that puck there. Amazing stick handling. Good drop pass along the outside wall. Now they're going to drive it deep into the territory. Here they go.
Yeah, just need to catch up a little bit here, but you can't move the camera too fast for the stability, and there's coaches in the way. Move, coaches. Get out of the way.
There we go. Now U.S. is pressing hard. France takes it to their corner. Going to buy some time.
Clock's going to tick down here, but close to 2 minutes, but it's an advantage puck to the USA.
All right.
And it's a stick foul. French accumulating a fair few stick fouls. Although, I will say, as we just saw a few minutes ago, going down this near side wall, you saw two players, French and an American, just both trying to play the puck, occasionally connecting with each other's sticks. But the referee saying, you know what, you're playing your game of hockey. You're not gaining any advantage over each other. Let it go. And that was really great to see. Rather than stop and call an equal puck, let them sort it out by playing hockey.
All right, the U.S. now trying to get something going. The French stopped that. It was a great play, but it looked like it was gloved out, I believe.
Right, this is where it's going to get really interesting now.
Okay, it was actually an equal puck being awarded here. A little bit of back and forth going.
Yeah, I was just thinking it was going to get interesting there. There's a referee's timeout being signaled by Rudolph. Rudolph, South African referee, but here representing Japan as their delegated referee. This is going to be quite interesting.
One ref was playing the advantage. Another one pulled up the call immediately. They did go to the advantaged referee, but now there's a bit of a team discussion. So good question from Doug Roth there about the long-time debate and when is an advantage when the fouling team is progressing up the pool. But basically, the rules are that anytime the fouling team is progressing up the pool, that should be called immediately, or usually when it's a turnover to the team that is fouled, that's when that call should be made.
So this is an overturned call, so this is now another advantage puck to the USA, 7 meters out from the goal. Flick in, comes down.
Here we go. We're in the last 2 minutes now. It is stop time on every foul that is now called.
And this is why it's going to get interesting. If the French are fouling inside the last 2 minutes, I would not be surprised to see them going out. And there we go. We've had another one that's going down.
And now we've got
6 on 5
French player going out, so it's 6 on 5. That's
Fred Lee gets there.
Yeah, he's going to be out. And here comes the U.S. now trying to seal a good stop by France.
Oh, was it though? It's another stop. And all these stoppages, they're not losing any time.
Calling one for a knockdown now for 2 minutes, and a penalty shot now being awarded for the U.S.
This is an ideal situation for Team USA, because if this was an advantage puck and they scored, time would run off.
France number 13 is living right now.
And that's very important. If this was an advantage puck and USA scored in 6 on 4, time would continue. You'd go from 90 seconds down to about 60.
All right, let's watch now. Hold on, the chief referee is waiting for a moment as the water referees want to discuss this further, but they have called for the penalty shot. He's just confirming with the other 2 referees now.
So as I was saying, the time would run down if I was normal, but with this being a penalty shot, if it's converted, and we're just going to cut underwater and we'll get ready for this.
Shot. I think they were debating if it was a penalty shot or penalty goal, probably what they were calling. So let's see what happens here on the penalty shot. Christophe and Mark are going to take this for the U.S. Both very experienced. There's the flick through. France tries to block
Looks like
that.
It's gone in.
An easy push across, and I believe that is a goal. So
yeah, Raphael Ginsberg very unlucky as the guys force it in. But yeah, the most ideal thing about this situation is the fact that with a penalty shot, and this is a new ruling that's been passed at this games to take effect because it was a unanimous decision, a rule update from Matthew Nunn, GB official. So if a penalty is scored, time resumes when the puck is reset in the middle and the referee buzzes for the strike. Whereas before, time would run after the goal was scored.
That's correct.
And that is going to pay to the USA advantage here now. 1-1 the score, 90 seconds left to go. USA 6 on 4.
6 on 4, yeah.
6 on 4 for now, yeah.
And that's going to really be a
We haven't got the second time penalty. And every time the clock stops.
Oh, that's against France again, an illegal knockdown. I'm surprised there's not another penalty being assessed because they've been called for a number of those now.
Some can be accidental. It's the hardest one to do. You're trying to play the puck and it just comes down off your glove. So you are entitled to being able to knock it down yourself.
All right, U.S. now trying to make a last hard push.
Advantage being played here by the referee. Now we have a stoppage.
Call. Let's see what the call is. This time it's a free arm by the U.S. this time. And the U.S. will, or France will get the advantage here in the dying seconds, 1 minute, 10 seconds. I wouldn't be surprised if France just tries to run it down into the U.S. end and hold it there to bleed off the clock. They haven't updated the score yet.
Yeah, the time is right, the score is wrong. There's 2 guys sat out for France, and the score is 1-1. Don't worry if you're watching at home, USA. This is something that's not gone on the scoreboard. It is showing now. It's just been updated on the poolside scoreboard. There we go. 1-1 with 1 minute to play. Time ticking down.
There we go.
France are about to go back to 6 on 5.
France now trying to make another last ditch push here.
Staying underneath that sin bin.
Yeah, that's going to play to their advantage as soon as the player gets in. All right, the clocks have now stopped again with just a few seconds left in the France penalty.
He's gone underwater. He's looking for a player. He's looking for a leg number. Or is he? Or is he just spotting the puck? What's Anton doing there?
The puck there, yes.
Yeah, just spotting the puck. So one last throw of a dice, but careful, USA. Don't.
40 seconds left now. One big push.
But
see if the US can do it.
Don't let the game get away from you. Don't do something so silly that you lose this tied position.
Here, that was going to be a great break, but a foul call. That's going to be against the U.S.
Long 30 seconds here as the French gaining players back and going from strength to strength. 5 on 6 now. The French will be really comfortable with this, and they'll be wanting to just throw everything at this goal now. They're going to have to go out really, really hard, and they're the type of team that have the players to do that and will do it. But I think the USA are going to be more than capable of dealing with it. They try again, the noticeable switchback, yeah. They've tried this all game long, and USA have cut it out every single time.
Yeah, they read that play really well. They're used to those swing plays. Now they've got about 20 seconds left in the game. U.S. making a big push now right near the end. We'll see if they can do it
nice
again
cut in on the 45.
Oh,
chase the flick, chase the flick.
13 seconds left. U.S. pressing hard now. France
great drive. It's on the back wall. It's on the back wall. What did he clear that with? The referee in the worst position in the world there as we cut onto Pulsat, and the referee is indicating for time. It's all right.
Oh, and it's going to be a call against the U.S.
No, it's all right. It's the referee has indicated time before the signal that was given, and it was going to be against the U.S. What a dramatic end to that match, Daryl. That was, I think that's one of the best games I've commentated on so far.
That was an
for
amazing
this championship
game for sure. Really great play by both sides. Good open play at times. A lot of play down the wall corridors. Some really nice stick handling back and forth on both teams. It was an excellent match. So, thanks again, everybody, for tuning in here on this men's elite game, last game of the evening here. We'll be back tomorrow with more live streaming here from the 2018 World Championships, and we look forward to having you then. Games start early tomorrow morning, I believe 7:40 a.m. around that time.
Unfortunately for those of us that have to get up and ref.
Yeah, for sure. All right, thanks again for tuning in, everybody. I'm Daryl Brombill, and my guest commentator, Lewis Adams. We're signing off for tonight. Have a good evening, everyone.
Yes, thank you, Daryl. See you. Bye-bye.